Hello everybody, Tomo here. Stella Sora just came out literally yesterday as I'm recording this, and it's already kind of a shit show. Let's talk about it. Stella Sora just came out, and it kind of feels like a blueprint of what not to do when you release a gacha game, or a game in general. But a lot of the issues that are here is because of the gacha. Most of the issues are because of the gacha, and we'll be talking about them. But I just want to say, the game overall, in terms of gameplay, is fun, to be honest. It feels very smooth, which is not a thing I get to say about many games that are designed to be also mobile. But the monetization is really fucking bad. I have some notes, which I'll read off of, so I don't forget what the fuck I need to talk about. But the biggest point of contention right now with the game is the pull economy. Let me explain. So here's the pull screen. How it works is that we have character banner, weapon banner, regular and regular disc banner, which is still weapons. As a beginner on this banner, you actually get to do 20 10 pulls and keep one, deciding on which one was the best, which character you want, etc, etc. I decided on keeping the nun, even though I honestly wanted both the nun and the witch, but it is what it is. But this beginner banner is basically where all the pros for this pulling system end. So let's talk about rates. Let's talk about rates and pricing. The pull economy in general of this game. First and foremost, you don't really get many gems pulls at all at the beginning of this game, which is something especially that you'd expect at the beginning of a game, not just as a beginner, but just at the actual release. You'd expect a lot of pulls and gems and whatever, but there really isn't much here right now. And also the pull economy just in general, in terms of monetary value, it's just kind of ass. A 10 pull is what, 35 USD? That's really fucking bad. And especially it gets even worse when you know that, or when you realize that in the beta everything was half the price. To do a 10 pull, it's 3,000 of these. It used to be 1,500, and people are pissed. Okay, I didn't get to play the beta, so I had no knowledge of this when I was playing yesterday. But now that I know, it's like, that fucking stinks. And it gets even worse because these rates and polling system might be one of the worst I've ever seen in a gacha game that released post 2020, I would say. Maybe. There's some that are like, they're up there, or I guess down there, in terms of just how bad they are. But this is pretty bad. So let me explain. So, okay, you have your characters here. This is the limited character right now, Chitose. You have your rate of 4 stars. And then the rest of everybody. 5-star rate is base 2%, which isn't that bad if you take it in a vacuum. But then you realize that the current limit of 5-star is guaranteed within 160 pulls. What does that mean? It's not like a Genshin or Wuwa or modern kind of gacha game where you get your 5-star in 80 and then the next one is the limited character. No, here it's a 50-50 for your 5-star, and there is no guarantee right after. So if I get a 5-star right now, I don't have many pulls. Can I find something anywhere? 150. Wow, that's for the hotfix? What hotfix? Whatever, man. Let me see if I can get gems anywhere. Oh my god, this skin. We'll get back to this. We'll get back to this. Do not worry, I have it in my notes. But we'll get back to this. Let me just find gems anywhere. Okay, I couldn't find gems anywhere. I'll just do a single pull. But in either way, if this was a 5-star, if that was a 5-star that wasn't Chitose, I would not be guaranteed a Chitose right after. There is no real proper pity. Also, I'm blocking this with my big ass head, but here you have the possibility to claim the limited character once. For what, 120 pulls? After that, you'll just have to keep dealing with this shit system. Also, oh wait, let me put myself back up. There you go. From what I can surmise is that you get a standard banner character, you can get like 8 in a row, and within 160, you'll get Chitose at least once. No, actually just once. Because what I would imagine is that the pity resets. And also about the pity, apparently from what I've heard, the pity doesn't actually carry over to the next banners, and I can't say this 100% true because I'm not sure. I couldn't get it. I didn't get it from here, but you guys let me know in the comments if that's true. So yeah, overall it's just a gacha system that is very hostile towards low spenders, free to plays, and kind of even towards whales. Poles are very expensive, and there's no proper guarantee. Now let's go back to the battle pass because we got some shit to talk about. Where the fuck is it? Is it a grand? There you go. So battle pass, every game has to have it. Thank fucking Fortnite, I guess, for this. But if you buy this, which is under my head, it's $14.99, you get a skin, which can sound kind of cool. You just get a battle pass, but then you get a skin. But here's the kicker. This quote-unquote skin doesn't actually change your in-game model in the game. So what the fuck is it? It's literally just a wallpaper for your home screen. It is not a skin. That is like the most egregious thing I've ever read, heard, seen, fathomed, thought. There's no fucking way. I repeat, this skin, quote-unquote skin, is just a wallpaper. It's quite literally just a wallpaper for your home screen. Absolute cinema. Now, I don't know what Yostar is thinking. Now, I think there's a feedback survey somewhere around. If you dislike this, which I hope you do, because if you don't, you're probably stupid. If you dislike what's been happening, you should probably, send him a message through the feedback survey. But other than that, I just kind of have no words. I just don't have much to add here. It's like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, a game in a state like this will not be able to succeed, which is a shame because this game is very fucking cool. It plays well, the art is amazing, the music is also pretty good. I just don't have any words. Like, look at the daily check-in. It's 20, 20, 20 and 40. That is what? 100 gems in a month of logins. When you need what? 300 for one poll, which also puts into perspective this this hotfix compensation. It was 150. It's half of a fucking poll. What are we doing? The redeem code was what? 100? That's a third of a poll. Like, the generosity for this game ended at what? These things you got at the beginning of the game as soon as you log in. I feel like people are just going to reroll their accounts to get something decent. I don't even know how fast rerolling is in this game. I just don't bother rerolling because I find it like a very unfun practice. But they're just gonna reroll the game and then probably quit because they realize that the game just is in a very bad spot. I forgot to talk about a few things that aren't as bad, but they kind of just add to the cauldron of things that rub me the wrong way with this fucking game. So here's the tracker list, or the character list. You see all these names, right? A lot of these names were translated, and I do not get why. I don't get localization for character names, especially in anime games, because like, what kind of fucking non-weeb normie would be playing this game? So why is she called Amber instead of being called, let me check because I forgot about her name, instead of just being called Kohaku? And I'm not sure how many of these actually got localized, but even one for me is honestly too many. But that's just my personal gripe. Another thing that I just kind of hate is that the main story isn't really voiced much. Also, 30 fucking polls for one chapter of story. Sorry, not polls, gems. 30 fucking gems for one chapter of story. A tenth of a poll. Come on, guys. Anyway, I'm just gonna skip ahead, but like, there's no voice acting here, and I hate this. I do not understand why we still do this. But anyway, those are just my two personal gripes with the game. They go, beyond the very undeniable shitty monetization, but I just wanted to insert them in the video because, it's my video. I gotta talk about what I personally dislike, right? But anyway, let me know what you guys think. I think I'm about done here. I've still played a bit of the game, see how it is, but if this keeps up, I'm just gonna stop playing. And that's what you should do too if you don't enjoy the game. If you're having fun, just keep going, of course, but I'm not your daddy. But if you dislike what the game is doing, remember, guys, you don't have to play it. Okay? Thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Do all the YouTube stuff you guys already know. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.